Hey everyone, I am Adrienne Laosa, the managing partner of Treaty Oak Property Management. And this month I am bringing you the Austin Metro rental statistics for February 2026. I would like to welcome everyone back. I have pulled the latest data from the Austin MLS and compared February 2026 to February 2025. So we can see exactly how the market is shifting as we head into the spring leasing season. At a high level, what we're seeing is a continuation of a balanced market, but with increasing inventory, which is starting to put some downward pressure on pricing. Leasing activity is essentially flat year over year, which tells us that demand is still there, but new listings are up meaningfully. And that is really the story this month. When supply increases like this, renters have more options, and that increases competition over listings. Slide 2 is our leasing activity, which is activity and supply trends. So over the last 12 months. So this chart gives us a really helpful 12-month view of activity in leasing compared to new listings. You can see the familiar leasing seasonality pattern that where activity ramps up in the spring, peaks in early summer, and then tapers through the fall and winter. What's important here is that leasing activity has remained relatively stable year over year. And what we're starting to see is just the seasonal ramp up. Again. So at the same time, new listings have increased, especially compared to where we were earlier in the cycle. So heading into the spring, we have steady demand, but inventory entering the market is higher than it was last year. So that combination is what's creating a more competitive leasing environment right now. Slide 3 is talks about pricing trends, which we love to look at. Looking at pricing, this chart tells us the broader story that we've been watching over the past year. Rental rates peaked during the 2025 leasing season and have gradually adjusted since then. In February, both average and median rents are slightly down compared to last year, but importantly, these are not sharp declines. So this is what we have been seeing in the rental market for the past few years. This is just a gradual normalization. So keep in mind that when we talk about 2020, 21, 22, those were outlier years for our rental market. And what we're seeing now is just more normalization. As inventory has increased, pricing has softened slightly, but the market is still very stable overall. For not in a declining market, we're in a more competitive one where pricing strategy really matters. Remember, run the comparables and price accurately. Vacancy will be your largest cost if you do not. So bear in mind that we have a lot of inventory and you want to make yourself the best deal on the market. So what does this really mean for owners? It means if you own a property in Austin right now, a rental property, the biggest takeaway is that pricing and presentation is important more now so than it ever has been. With more listings on the market, tenants are actively comparing options, and properties that are priced too aggressively are going to sit longer. We are also seeing this more clearly in the duplex market, where price adjustments have been a bit more pronounced and days on market have increased more noticeably. So that to say, demand is still really steady. Homes that are well prepared, well marketed, priced correctly are leasing within a reasonable time frame. As we move further into the spring leasing season, things are going to get busy. We expect activity to continue building, which should help absorb some of the additional inventory. If you are unsure about pricing or you want a second opinion on perhaps you're self-managing and you'd like to talk about full service property management, I am always here and always happy to help. If you guys haven't done so already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I promise not to spam you guys and only keep it updated with important information as it pertains to the rental market in Austin and surrounding areas. Give me a call, send me a text, send me an email if there's anything I can do. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys next month.